Hello everybody. Sorry, I just had to run and take my dog for a walk. I'm glad I did though, my gosh. I know this sounds crazy, but I always check how long his pees are and they're normally 7 or 8 seconds. He did one that was 24 seconds. So clearly it was good that I did that before we started today. Hello everyone. So I have Pardis today, which is really, really exciting. Those that don't know, Pardis is a complete superstar in the twin flame community. She used to have a really big twin flame page with like 6,000 followers, and she was guided to shut it down, and she's relaunched it now, but it's not the same. It's like she's going for a very sort of more specific audience. She wants to really help specifically the twin flame females that are on the journey and that are putting in the work. That's who she wants to specifically help. Thank you. I'm loving my hair too. I'm having so much fun. It was not planned like everything else in my life. This was divinely guided. I had the color. I bought some of these Moroccan oil hair colors. I bought the pink, the aquamarine, and the rose gold. And at the time, obviously, I've been doing my rainbow hair for so long, and so I obviously assumed I was going to use it for that. And then I saw this meme that I posted with this girl going, kissy face, and she had hair this color. And I was like, oh, I should do that. I should do that right fucking now. And so I told you guys I was going to do it. And then that meant that I was definitely going to need to do it before my live the next day. And so I did it. And so it's fun. I'm just having so much fun doing the eyeshadows and everything to match, and the nails, and oh my gosh, it's crazy. So I'm looking for Pardis. I don't see her yet. Let me check if she's in here. No, she's not in here yet. I did text her, and we texted earlier. So I know she is expecting me. By mistake, I went onto my personal page and put a story up saying, hey guys, running late for the live. I'm taking my dog for a pee. And then afterwards I realized that I put it in the wrong page. And I should have put it in this one. So there we go. So, Pardis, there she is. There she is. Okay, wonderful. I can't believe this is my last one with Pardis. I might have to like twist her arm and make her do more often with me. Hello.
Oh wait, sorry. Hi. Sorry. I didn't get a chance to reverse it. Hi, I am outside in nature taking a walk, obviously.
Gorgeous, love it.
Yes.
Love it.
Oh my God, you're blue. I love it.
Just having fun, you know.
It's beautiful. I love it. And I love the necklace too.
Thank you. Thank you.
So cute.
Yeah, I'm just letting the roots come out now. I was like, that's it. I'm just going to go crazy with the colors.
I love it.
I did have a little bit of a plan when I first went platinum. I know this is like the most important thing in the world right now. We're in a pandemic, but we're going to talk about hair colors. But when I first went platinum, I said to my hairdresser that once I get sick of the platinum, I'll probably go blues and greens to match my eyes, and go darker and darker blues and greens till eventually I do go to more of that sort of just blonde on the ends, caramel and dark roots, you know, back to
I love it.
You know, but
I love the blue though.
But via fun as shit colors, you know?
That is the plan. That is the point.
Exactly. So how have you been, my darling?
I've been good. Sorry I missed you guys last week. I was on the road, so I'm more settled now. So I'm able to hop on. I'm like content. I'm back in my love, my Scottsdale. So all good here. So I appreciate you guys giving me that week off. And I know this is our last week, but yes. Let me know when you want me to do the energy read for the week as well.
Yeah, well, this is the thing, you know, I'm sad this is our last one. So maybe we could do monthly or something. If you don't want to do weekly, maybe we could do once a month. You come in and then do a read for the month or something if you're up for it.
Yeah, I'll let you know. What I mentioned, I'm going to let March end and see where I land. So it's been, you know, day by day right now. So we'll see.
Yeah, yeah.
But I heard you're
It
gonna.
doesn't feel right to call it the end. That's
I know, I know. It's
it's
never the
not. It's
end.
just the
It's never the
beginning.
end. But I saw that you're going to be or I don't know when you're going to make the announcement. So I'm really excited about that. So with Earth Angel, yeah.
Yeah, we're going
So
to decide what's the best day and time. That's still going to be, but it would be weekly. So me and her,
I
she's in
love that.
Norway. Yeah, she's in Norway. So we will just reevaluate the day and time, especially during this pandemic, because people are available earlier. So we don't have
Yeah.
to do the lives so late. So we'll probably figure it out and see what fits.
Awesome.
My angel's just said 3:33, so I'm not sure what day yet, but we'll probably do 3:33 because that's
Awesome.
nice and early.
Yeah. I'm excited. That's awesome.
Yeah, and that's still 8:30 at night, so something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah,
Awesome.
perfect. So energy read, you go ahead
Yeah.
with the energy read, and for
Yes.
anyone who doesn't believe that I am so busy in this bloody pandemic, I actually made the most gorgeous marinated chicken and potatoes, and I haven't gone to eat any. So while you speak, I'm going to go grab
Oh my God.
some food, because after this, I have an inner circle VIP party, and so I still haven't stopped. I'm still not going to stop till like 9:30 tonight. So
Oh my gosh.
over to you, my darling.
Yes.
Da-da-da-da.
Yes. Awesome. Okay, you guys, so the focus for this week is really, really breaking the stories. And for those of you following me on my Instagram or YouTube, you guys know it's about breaking the pattern. And this week specifically, it's about breaking those negative stories or those internal stories you've been telling yourself. So it's around your twin flame relationship. It's also with respect to like money, life, and career. So those stories are usually that like negative loop. We know, like either you want to call it fear, ego, insecurities, but it's really stopping and listening to them, acknowledging them. You know, the fact that you're hearing them and acknowledging it, that's a huge step for you. Step 2 is just saying, is that story true? Like, have I just been like letting this roll, you know, maybe from age 14 or 15 or from childhood or from a previous, let's say, a marriage, a breakup. Because you know what happens is like we have past experiences and those get embedded in us, and that's what starts looping around in your mind, and you're going to create that scenario with your twin flame. You're going to create it with respect to your money and abundance. So you got to really sit down with yourself, grab a pen and paper, and really highlight for yourself, what is that story I'm telling myself? Like, am I telling myself I love my twin flame but we'll never be together? Or I love my twin flame but he's going to reject me. Oh, he's not thinking of me. Oh, he doesn't want to be with me. So those are all stories that you're telling yourself. That's your inner child telling you, you know, those stories. And that's why, again, on my Instagram, I did the project Flower Child with Lambo. It was an inner child healing too, so that you really pay attention to those voices in your mind, because they're not true, you guys. Maybe an incident happened where that may have been true one time, but you got to break that pattern. So especially with your twin flame, what stories are you telling yourself? And then also with money and your abundance, career and finances.
Absolutely. You know what came to me while you were speaking was daddy issues. And
Yeah.
And that was that I think it would be good for all of us as a piece of homework to sit down and actually just write about your relationship with your dad, the good things, the not so good things. If it's not your real dad, then maybe your stepfather, your biological dad, whatever, whoever is that main father figure that's been in your life. And also write about what is it that normally triggers a fallout between you. What is it? Is it about money? Is it a lack of responsibility? These things, just really sort of looking at that father-daughter relationship, because it impacts our ability to connect and trust and be in a relationship with our divine masculine. So much is impacted by our father relationship. So I'm being told to actually ask everybody to journal about their father relationship in the next couple of days, because I'm being told that the majority of patterns amongst the majority of us is with our father. Yeah.
And look, to Amelia's point, like, look at your relationship with your father and look at your father's relationship with your mother as well. So was your father like emotionally available? If not, you know, it's really seeing that that was their journey, that was their story, and not internalizing it like, oh, my dad didn't love me because You know, he didn't show me love this way. And it's also, you know, looking at what that book, the 5 love languages, you know, what is your love language versus, oh my God, that book was so eye-opening for me, because like learning people's love languages is like learning a foreign language. Like I learned my mom has a different love language than my dad than I do. So when you're not meeting someone at their love language, they're just like, you know, freaking out, their insecurities come up, or you internalize they don't love me. So it's also important, pick up the book or just Google it. You can learn what your love language is. Like mine is quality time. So if I'm not spending quality time with a person or this, like they may not be that important in my life at the time. So if someone wants to show up for me and show love, they need to show me that quality time, versus someone else is maybe saying nice things about you or buying you gifts or helping you. Whereas I'm like, don't even touch me. I just want your time. You know what I mean?
It's funny. I thought mine was time, and then when I did it, mine ended up being different ones. I can't remember what it was right now. But yes, I think that that's really, really good for people to look and to become, I'm getting the words here. It's like socially intelligent, but it's romantically intelligent. You know?
Absolutely, because your twin flame is going to have a different love language as you. I know my twin flame has a different love language than I do, you know, so it's understanding that, so you're not taking it personally, you're not internalizing it, and you also like know how to show them love in the way that they want to see it, and they do the same for you.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And then I was asking a few days ago what was the main message still for the divine feminines, and it really came down to one word, and that's strength. We have to now imagine, okay, for a moment, your divine masculine holding a big barbell, okay, and imagine it's not, let's imagine it's a reasonable size weight, like the weight's like that sort of big, okay, but so for him, it's like he can pick it up reasonably easily, but he's been holding it for a long time. And so he's holding it up and he's holding it up and he's starting to get tired. So here's the thing, the old us would look and go, I'm not picking that up. That's like a man thing to do. I'm not doing that. Well, what we've been doing is we are doing some push-ups and even if we're doing assisted pull-ups, but we are starting to build our physical strength. And this strength is shown mentally, physically, financially. It's in every aspect of our life, but it is physical. We can't miss out the physical. You've got to be able to start doing the push-ups. I can only do them on my knees, but that means I need to do them even more, okay? So physical, and then emotional again, facing the cycles and the patterns like what Pardis said, really looking at the mother and father relationship. I will do a quick stint on how to forgive father in a minute because my angels told me that would be really valuable. It comes up a lot in my work. Mother and father is the main thing that comes up.
For sure.
And so we've got this emotional stability and then mental stability. Now, here's the thing with mental stability. It's so connected with emotional stability, but mental stability is actually where I believe, and I'm being channeled this at the moment, mental's here, emotional's here, physical's here. So basically where physical meets emotional is where mental is. And so mental is making sure that you are not tired, sick or hungry. So that you do not fall into unstable emotional things. So you take care of your physical so you don't fall into unstable emotional. So that is mental strength. Mental strength is the mental strength to say, I'm tired, I'm not having this conversation. I can't go into that meeting right now, I haven't eaten. I'm probably being triggered because I'm tired, or I'm not feeling very well right now, so this is not a good time to have this discussion. So this is what mental strength is. This is the boundary that keeps the physical strength in order and the emotional strength where it needs to be. We have to, this is the bit that I think is very weak at the moment. This is weak, the physical, not all of us are that strong in that. This mental is the one that really gets people, because especially at the moment when there's a lack of routine in people's lives, people are
absolutely
tired, sick and hungry, going into anxiety and fear and panic, and it's because they're tired, sick or hungry.
Absolutely. And to your point, physical activity is huge right now. Like I was unable, because I was on the road and again in the snow, so my physical activity shifted. in the snow. So I'm telling you, when I'm not physically active or running or jogging or in nature, it takes a toll on your mental and emotional state. So right now, to your point, I would incorporate as much physical activity, even if it's like 20-minute fast walk around a park. Like, I'm going to go for a swim later. Physical activity is really going to raise your vibration and cleanse your energy right now too.
Yeah, yeah. And it is a
Yeah.
balance though, because we may have a girl here. I know of at least one, Jen, the Ironman triathlon champion. She's
Oh,
thinking,
yeah.
well, physical strength, that bit, she's got that sorted. And I believe I've probably got a yoga instructor and another girl that runs watching this. So yes, if that's the case, it's just the sign that you need to work on even more the mental and the emotional. If you have managed to reach 10 in one of these areas already, then it just means that you need to focus on the others. Kind of like how I'm 10 on the emotional. That means I need to, and I've managed to maintain my 10 mental. So now I have to do the 10 physical. It's like screaming at me. You know, it's literally screaming at me that I should be able to do pull-ups. I should be able to open jars, and I should be able to do these things. Now here's how this connects with the man holding that barbell. He's tired. He's been holding it for a long time. When we are able to balance these three out, we can go along and say, babe, I'll hold it for a minute.
Yeah.
Now, we might not hold it for very long. He may not even let us hold it.
Yeah.
But it's the fact that we're mentally, physically, and emotionally prepared to do it. That is what I'm sensing is the important thing. And it's almost like, if I was to take it to the extreme, it's almost like a willingness to provide for him. Now, this only works if your twin is a real masculine provider type. If you have a kind of toy boy, you know, wants a yummy mummy to look after him, whole different story. But if you have a real masculine that makes money, that works hard, him being able to see that you could provide for him if he couldn't do anything for a while, maybe he had an injury or something like that. You've got to understand how much emotional support that provides him with, knowing that you can handle shit. He can actually rest in your arms. And so if you've got your physical together, let's imagine you've gone through my program and gotten your emotional together. All we've got left now is business and finance. Got to get that shit happening, girls. I mean, it really is about becoming super women. There's no fucking about now, guys. It really isn't.
Yeah, because I mean, to your point, that you just painted the whole picture. Because again, it's not saying you have to be this whole complete person before you could be with your twin flame or have your money or career or anything like that. It's just saying you got to give that attention to each aspect of your life, and that's what in alignment is. Your mental, emotional, spiritual, physical. You're in alignment. You're giving each area some focus and attention. You're not just, let's say, in your mental, like, what can I do? What can I control? What can I like that hamster wheel. Or you're not always in your emotions of like, I'm so miserable and depressed and da 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 da. Do you know what I mean? Like, you got to see which one are you spending a lot of your time in and balance and align that out. Like, are you stuck and focused on the material and not giving attention to the spiritual, like connecting with your angels and guides, really trusting that everything will fall into place for you? Are you out doing and thinking that's how you're going to make shit happen for you? So it's that balance and alignment is important and key.
Because the thing is we don't get to control when we come into union. It really is going to be we put in the effort, and all we can do is tell you where to direct your effort. So what we're doing is we're providing you with a framework and a structure that you can actually overlay over your life and actually be like, okay, so my finances and my businesses are good, my physical isn't. Or, hey, I really need to invest some time and maybe even some money in my emotional now. Or whatever it is. You've got to look at your life. Everyone on here is going to have a slightly different percentages and different boxes of different. We're all so different. But we have to be working on balancing ourselves, because as we balance ourselves, it allows our twin to balance himself. And as we clear out the toxic bullshit, he clears out the toxic bullshit. And then he's able to come running. Why? Because the toxic bullshit's not holding him away anymore. And he isn't being held away by your toxic bullshit. Because remember, he can't come in if you're going to come in and start, you know, wiping the floor with him. He can't come in until then either. So, you know, this isn't a typical romance. I believe over the next week or two, there's a lot of information. I'm going to be having a galactic historian class, which I'm making open to all. It will be quite a shock to a lot of people. The information is massive. It goes back like 500 million years, as well as like the origins of Earth. But it also talks about twin flames. And,
that's cool.
Yeah. And so the thing is this is so much bigger than just someone to go to the movies with and to keep you warm at night. We literally are here to create Merkaba star energy grids with our divine partner that will enable the earth to send the allow the sun to send the energy down to earth for us to move up and vibrate into the next dimension. That's who that's what
twin flames are here for.
So just in case anyone was like, oh well, I just want someone to go to the movies with, then like, you know, sorry girls, you're actually here to be a superhero. So what we're really doing is giving you superhero training. We're saying to you, okay, because all of you have done great in one of these areas. I already know it. I already know one of these areas you're already strong in.
Absolutely.
Each and every one of you, because otherwise you wouldn't even be here. Here, you wouldn't be able to handle our energies.
Totally.
You'd hate them, and you'd go running away and block us. You know,
you're like trigger city. But do you want to give them that? You were saying the father healing or the mother healing thing, or I love your cup.
It says,
that's so cute.
It says, "I'm not weird. I'm a unicorn."
I love it. I love that. I mean, there you go. That's, dude, I'm saying it's time to tap into that inner child. It's not ridiculous. It's like, you know, today's Instagram on mine, I was mentioning you got to do that bucket list stuff that you wanted to do. Like for me, it was, you know, that dyeing the hair pink. Yours is beautiful, like blue. It's like the things you wanted to do or loved in childhood, like you're bringing that stuff out right now because you have to be your authentic self around everyone. Like you guys saw a grown woman walking around with like a stuffed animal. Like who the F cares? You guys have to get into that energy because when you're your authentic self, that's when you attract in your twin flame and also your higher purpose as well.
Oh, I just have to say, hello, Liliana. So that's my friend Belinda's little girl is watching and she says I look pretty like a mermaid.
That's so
She's
cute.
my friend.
That's so cute.
I love kids. Kids are my greatest advisors. Whenever I speak with young children, I talk to them like they're literally like the Dalai Lama. I'm like, do you have a message for me?
They do. I'm telling you, my friends.
These kids these days are very special.
Yeah. My friend's son always has good messages for me. He's our little spiritual guide, so totally.
Well, I mean, the ones that are incarnating down, especially the ones that are the children of you guys, you know, they're not normal children. They really are the leaders. They are.
Yeah.
And that's why I talk to them like what they are, which is the future leaders of the planet. So I talk to them like they're my boss, you know?
No, it's true. I mean, twin flame babies from the awakened twin flames are just a whole other being. So totally get that.
Yeah, and I just feel, I know I'm just one little person.
As I have little kids staring at me being like, what is she doing?
Oh, yeah.
So
but,
cute.
You know, I'm only one little person, but I just think that if a child has received someone talking to them with such reverence, they will remember it. You know, there's something about being spoken to with reverence, and I think we should all practice it, you know?
I love that, yeah.
So, yes, mum and dad healing. They want me to focus on dad for today. If your main issue is mum, then you really probably, if you're in my program, we've already dealt with it. If you're not in my program, then you probably need to like book a free call with me and Alicia because we will help you with this mother stuff. It takes some work, you know. But with the dad issues, the first thing we do is I tell you this: the day you become a true adult is the day that you realize your father is just a human being. He's just a man. We all automatically see them through the filter of being our father first. So what I'd like you to do is think of his first name right now. Think of your father's first name right now. And I want you to imagine that he didn't meet your mum, that he met some other lovely lady and he moved to Switzerland and had 3 strapping boys and maybe had a ski resort for a living. Okay? Now, the reason I'm giving you this suggestion is just so that you can put a little bit of mental space between you and your father for a minute. Because when we're always just seeing them as dad or father, we have all these expectations on them. But when you begin to realize that they are just a man, and then also go through a journey of their childhood, go through a journey of experiencing their childhood through their eyes and not your own, and see where your judgment kicks in, see where you start projecting on to what his experience was. And I mean literally go through it from birth to age 21 and take an hour doing it. Take the time to really study this man that you call father and understand whether he's Michael, James, John, Jacob, whoever he is just a man, and he just did the best he knew how.
Yeah.
And he did the best he knew how at the time. And if his childhood wasn't what is it, my angels? They just had a term. If his childhood wasn't a bed of roses and your childhood was a bit better than his, then just know that he's really a hero because he gave you better than he received himself. I already know a couple of girls are crying, so we'll stop at that for the moment. But understand this is how important it is. This is how deep we need to go, guys. And we have time now. Well, most people do. Obviously, I've gotten busier. I don't know what's going on. It's ridiculous. I'm busier than ever. But majority of people have more time right now. So use it, you know?
Yeah. No, that's totally true. And like for me, when I started on the journey, the expectations or what a parent should be, what their role should be, that was a huge block on my journey. So it was like, well, they're my parents. They should know how to do this. They should be this. Well, she's a mother. A mother should be like this, or a dad should be like this. And what I've said on my old YouTube channel was like, because I watched the Brady Bunch and I'd be like, you know, parents should look like that. So, you know, Twin Flames, we were gifted with our parents to kind of show us again what maybe we like want to do differently. So again, nothing wrong with them, but to show us an example of like what we don't want to mimic for ourselves. So, but that's hard when you're growing up and being like, well, my mom should be doing this, or my dad should be doing this, or their relationship should look like this. So it's what Amelia said. It's clearing out those expectations of what a parent should and shouldn't do, husband and wife should and shouldn't do. It's clearing that out because again, whatever happened, that was also their story and a reflection of their own childhood. And if again they provided for you in a better way, to Amelia's point, it's having that gratitude of them, one, showing you what you don't want maybe, and two, for them just giving you life. And maybe if they just, let's say, provided you with just financial security, just being grateful for that. If they didn't give you the emotional support and security, it's that, you know, acceptance and healing and forgiveness there.
Oh, and also write down a list of both your parents' best and worst assets, like their personality things. Because then if you can't think of anything to be grateful for with one of them, there's bound to be at least one personality trait that you are grateful that you received, whether that is that they're hardworking, or whether they're brave, or whether they're strong, or whether they're resilient, or whether they are sensitive. Whatever it is, write down at least 3 of the best and worst personality assets of both parents, and take your time doing that too. So there's a couple of pieces of homework today, guys. I wonder how many. Drop a blue heart. Either if you're one of my clients, or if you're one of the people who actually is going to do this homework, that's going to journal about their father, that's going to write their parents' good and the best and worst assets, and that you're going to take the time to actually look at your father as a human and not just your dad, and that you are going to look at your father and you are going to look at his childhood in great detail without projections of where you are putting what you think in. And as a result of that,
Yes, so June's one of my clients. Natalie's one of my clients. Panzara, she's going to do it. So I'm proud of you, Panzara. Mayors, that's Dale. She's one of my clients. They've done this. I love
good.
it. Just, I don't know. It was really weird. The day.
I love it.
The day I decided to do this to my hair, I was wearing a blue crop top, not anything sexy. It was like, I don't know, basic looking. Oh, and Jen's one of my clients. And I have to say it right. Unichi is one of my clients. Belinda wants to become one of my clients, and we must sort that out. So yeah, so it's just it's wonderful. I just love the blue. So yeah, this is before I dyed my hair. I was wearing a blue crop top, and literally my angels dress me like a doll. So they'll be like, they told me earlier I must wear this necklace. They told me earlier I must wear this and to take.
I love the necklace.
Right. Thank
Super
you.
Cute.
And they told me to put on like blue underwear. So I had blue underwear and this blue crop top on, and I suddenly just was like, I feel invigorated by this blue. Now, obviously, my twin, his color is that shade of blue. That's his thing, you know.
Aww.
But I just felt this invigoration for blue, and that must have been the pieces of the puzzle that came together that made me realize. I was like, I have the hair dye. And like I said, I saw this meme and the girl just looked so cute. She's got short hair and it's just this color. And she's going, and I was like, oh, let's do it.
Well, and blue in the Reiki world is throat chakra, and third eye a little bit. So that's communication, intuition. So really trusting yourself with communication. So if you're being guided to communicate intimately with your twin flame, or they may be reaching out to you, it's all around communication right now.
Yeah, my twin's been with me the last 2 nights in dream state, and I've had low blood sugar. So when I have low blood sugar, I actually get attacked in my sleep, and I just have the worst nightmares. And so I was having bad nightmares and not sleeping. I was like in this semi-conscious state. But in the dream, I was stood up and he was sat down, and I pulled him to my leg, and I didn't know if he was going to let me. But not only did he let me, he then put his hand up on my stomach. And it was just like, oh. And so even though the dream was awful and it was horrible, there was like a cat that got its claw got bitten off, and I had to take it to the vet, and I was like heartbroken. So it was awful. The dog was trying to fuck with me, but my twin was being like nice in it. And then the night before that, same thing. I was in a house, and the house was all yucky, and there was like an abandoned kitchen, and it was just like not a nice house. But me and him were together in the whole dream, just walking around and chatting. And he was like, I'm hungry. And I was like, oh, I've got some red Thai curry at my house. Do you want that? And he was like, yeah. And it was just really normal. And so
there you go.
Really nice. It was really
nice. That's cute. Well, I want to turn it over to the folks on live. If they have any questions, you guys feel free to submit it. Like, what's going on? What do you guys need help or support with too? Like, this is our last session. So what do you guys need? I mean, between us, obviously there'll be more. But what do you guys need from us right now? Like guidance wise, is there anything? If not, we'll keep going.
Yeah, exactly. Because this is it. We're here for you guys. And, we're just in such exciting times. And everything. Thank you, darling. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Your hair out too, because we'd have been such a pair with your.
I know. You guys. It's like almost 90 degrees out here. I've been like sweating and walking, so I'm like the hair must go up.
Yeah, I understand. I need to get some of that conditioner, the blue conditioner from Amazon, where you just stick it on and it just keeps the color. Yes.
Yeah. I was gonna buy one of those. We had who just said that? Someone
said
Jody.
Sexy time. So here's something that I've learned.
Jody, that's funny.
Yeah, that Jodie's the global coordinator. Sorry, the global assistant for Empress Evolution. So she's like a total superstar. And one thing that actually we're being taught in the galactic history stuff, though, is to be very careful in dream state with your twin on the sexual level, because there's a lot of stuff impersonating stuff. So actually, just have nice time with your twin, but just be careful that it's not anything that's pretending to be. If that makes sense. I know that sounds a little bit weird, but we're in Empress Evolution, so we should be able to talk about weird stuff. But
yes, but
twin flames are being targeted by other entities pretending to be twins so they can have sex with you, and if they have sex with you in dream state, they can actually affect you quite badly. So it's actually best just to be quite sort of cuddly and touchy-feely and nice with your twin, but not all really like raunchy, because just to be on the safe side, they're saying. Yeah.
But I will tell you, if you are awake, not in dream state right now, the sexy time energy is at a high. So if you are feeling it, like the sacral chakra, any of that, that is your twin flame. So trust that, like, again, if you're awake. Because right now, I think it's like Venus and Jupiter, I forgot which planets are aligned, but Venus is up there. So you are going to feel that loving sexual energy from your twin flame. So trust your energies. You'll know which energy is your twin flame or not.
Just be careful, because now you guys know how important you are. You know, again, this isn't just a little romance thing, someone to go to the movies with, have dinner with, introduce to your parents. It isn't about that. You know, this really is like, we are anchors for the earth, and we have to be in mission. We've trained for lifetimes for this. Some of you came down just for this. This is your first lifetime here, and you came down just for this, you know, and you got here and you're like, what the fuck did I do? Why am I here? You know, and whereas others of us have been doing this for lifetimes, and we're like, oh, here we go again, you know.
Yeah, and that's why, and what you were saying about dream state, that's why also the energy clearing during the day and intention setting is so important, because if your energy is high vibrational, you're not going to draw in that lower vibrational energy, and if you do, you're safe and protected from it. So even before going to bed, you guys set an intention that I want to have, like, you know, positive or divine, you know, unconditional loving dreams, or you can guide your dream state a little bit too and add that safety and protection. You know, I always pray for loving dreams, or, you know, safe dreams, or whatever you want to call it. So you always can set an intention.
Absolutely. Mine are really affected by blood sugar, because real nightmares I'm actually okay with, and that. But mine's blood sugar, which is like, I guess this is the way that the dark's managing to try and affect me with all the work I'm doing. It just literally sets my adrenaline and my insulin and everything just go off the charts, and I can't. It's like I'm not asleep, but I want to sleep.
Sure. Yeah.
Kind of dream, but I'm not. It's not my dream. It's weird. It's weird.
But that's why to your earlier point right now, like, physical is so important. That means the foods you're putting into your body, what you're drinking. Like, I've always used myself as an example. When I'm drinking like too much coffee, it sets me off. So that's when I know I have to drink more water. You know, putting healthy foods, and what's healthy for you, you guys. It's not about like follow this diet, that diet, because what I said, like, strawberries may be healthy for you, whereas they may not be healthy for me. But that physical activity and what you're putting in your body, food-wise, is very important right now.
Yeah. And well, this is it. I mean, the solution for me is that I have to work less. The solution for me is that I've got to be that I stop at 5 p.m., wind down for 2 hours, and go to bed at 8 o'clock if that's what my body wants, rather than what I do right now, which is I work from 8 a.m. till midnight every night. So, and then my adrenaline won't switch off. So here's the thing, guys. So then that's self-care, but what with myself, I'm just putting some things in play. With Empress Evolution, we're going to have some changes in April. With the coordinators, we have voted 4 executive directors that are ladies that volunteered to take on extra responsibilities. They will be taking over the day-to-day running of Empress Evolution in April. I will still be available. I will still be overseeing everything, but they will be running it. There will be a highlights put up that will tell everybody, you know, what everybody's roles are and everything. So
good.
Shifting into a new era in April.
I know it's been fast paced, like since February till now. I can't believe we're going into April. So for me, you guys, any updates you could catch on my Instagram. I've been doing what I mentioned, short videos on YouTube strictly for twin flames. You guys, more educational videos on what the twin flame relationship looks like, the phases, and how to deal with that. And again, I'm going to be continuing doing readings for Twin Flames as I'm still doing my writing as well. So any info you guys need, you can find on my Instagram.
Yes. Oh, and we're going to work together on that as well, aren't we? Because I actually had to start rewriting some of mine today because I wanted to start making what I had on my website actually fit with this current situation, you know? But then when we come out the other side, it's almost like, how do I adapt it for the current situation? And how do I adapt it as we come out, you know? So I'm definitely interested to have some Pardis time about that.
I know. I'll be taking writing clients in April, May, so I'll definitely reach out for that. So you will still hear from me, find me on like my page for now.
Yeah.
So I'm in my hole and bubble. You guys, that's what this time is about. So it's really upgrading yourself. If you have your own business, it's adding to it. So again, for me, I'm adding the writing element. So that's new to me. I'm learning that. So you're constantly growing and educating yourself. So really check in with yourself. One, do you love what you do? If not, like what areas can you shift? And that goes for those of you who are running, let's say, your own business. You have your own business. Do you still love what you do? And if not, you know, what can you tweak or what can you up level? You know, how can you up level your skills? Because the twin flame journey, you are constantly guided to learn and grow and add to your skill set.
Yeah, you should always be feeling scared about something. And I don't mean bad. Yeah, there should always be something you're like, oh, fuck, I'm going to have to do that. Oh, fuck. You know, because that's how you got to push yourself. Because it's one thing to have achieved that goal. And then it's like, well, what's next? But what's next? What's next? What's next? You know, and it's like with my clients, I get them to, we plan out what they're going to achieve in this lifetime. So we know what's next and what's next and what's next. You know, it's like, there's a lot of work to do, girls, you know, but it is about balance. And that's why Pardis has been a great influence on me, because I've seen her doing certain things, and it's almost like, you know, me making the adaptations to Empress Evolution so that we can give more, so that we can give more to the members, we can continue to grow, that we can make use of all of the women that are involved and willing to help, but at the same time, give myself a little bit of a break, because it's been 6 months, you know, of running Empress Evolution as well as my business, and whoo!
I'm the one going, it's time to play. Amelia, come play.
So I look like I'm playing now, so I am.
You are, and I love that. I love that. And I love all the changes you're incorporating too, so that's good. That's part of it. So
maybe,
it's,
you know, maybe you guys can take some inspiration from that. And then at the same time, on my business side, I'm about to do this online program that I've been studying to do or whatever. And it's like to then become more streamlined, to be able to offer things that are of a cheaper price and so on. So it's like constantly pushing and pushing. And eventually I can see it that like when my twin comes in, is when I've gotten my business running on automation, and Empress Evolution is growing and everyone's happy. And at this point, I can turn around and give him my full attention, you know? And so if that's the inspiration that you need, as in what can you do in life to automate your life so that you will be able to really, once you've been wanting this man for so long, what's going to enable you to really be able to give him your time? And it can't be you're going to live off of him. It's got to be that you've got your own shit going on, because guess what? He might need a break. He might get to you and he's exhausted and he needs to collapse for 6 months.
Well, it's what you were saying before with holding the dumbbell or whatever it's called. Sorry, I'm bad with like weights. But they've been doing that for so long, and that's why we were guided spiritually to go first. And we also developed stuff in the 3D, so 5D, 3D. We balance that so that we can give them that break. And to your point earlier, we're able to kind of carry them a little bit, and we're not triggered as much because we've healed and we see where their stuff is coming from. So it's now their turn to kind of go through that healing that we've kind of gone through, but we're prepared. We've set that foundation, and if we need to, we can financially guide them and support them if it doesn't trigger them. If it does, that's their own healing. But that's how the universe kind of sets you up. So never say, why did I go first, or why am I doing all the work? We've mentioned this before, but just know there's a reason and purpose for it.
Yeah, I've just been shown something interesting. If everyone just wants to close their eyes for a minute, I've got to try and see how we do this. Okay. I want you to be in your twin's body looking at you and your life. Imagine, so you're in your twin's body, you're floating above the earth, and you're looking down at you, the woman, in your life and how your life is right now. Based upon how your life looks right now, do you think your twin would feel like it was an okay place for him to come and rest? Or does it look like you still need stuff? You need extra emotional support. You're still needy. You still need, you need him to make sure he can, you know, he's got to open and one more business. He's got to make another 100,000, or he's got to do this, or he's got to do that. So from when he's up there looking at you, you're going about your life. Does your life look like a place where he can go, where it looks like you've got your shit together and it looks like he can go there to rest? Now open your eyes and ask yourself, is that the case?
That's great. That's a good, yeah.
That's what I've just been shown, because if your life is not somewhere where he can come and rest, and he has to come in and hold the barbell up still and hold your barbell as well, don't be surprised if he doesn't show up yet.
And that's part of the father healing you mentioned earlier too, because I think we grow up, again, not everyone, I'm not saying everyone's like this, either culturally or in society or religion, whatever it is, like the man has to support us, the man has to take care of us, he needs to do this, or do you know what I mean? So it's also breaking, I know I had to break that early on in this journey. I'm so past that. But like, not just with like money and career, but like the man needs to call, the man needs to reach out, the man needs to do this. So it's a lot of breaking that stuff. So just be mindful of that too, like what expectations with respect to your twin flame you're kind of clearing out as well, not just with your parents.
Yeah, I've just been told that that exercise I just did with you guys is, we should call it the mirror. But it's basically taking a look at your life through their eyes and seeing whether it looks like a peaceful place to come and rest. So my answer is, my house is, I'm nearly there. My house is there. The only thing I need to do is get this online program done and do this automation stuff that I need to do. So I've probably got another month or two, and then at the same time I still need to get my physical strength higher. So that's what I have to do. I've got to do physical strength and automation of my business and put into place everything that I'm being told to do with Empress Evolution. How about you, darling?
With me? Or, yeah, I was like, who are you talking to? No, with me, I'm good. I'm finally settled. I'm adding what I mentioned to you, the copywriting element, so the writing piece. But again, realizing I've done that all my life, so I was going to add to what you're saying. Again, we don't ever have to be like 100% there. It's clearing out the emotional blocks to being where you want to be. So with me, I have my, you know, my coaching set up, my reading set up, so that that comes naturally to me, so I can focus on this writing, and it's not so much of a weight on me. Because again, what I've mentioned to you guys, everything you're guided to do, life purpose wise, you already have the skill set, you already have the talents. That's why you're guided to it. So again, for me, when I was guided to coaching or doing the readings, I've been intuitive all my life. I've been guiding others, providing advice, feedback, or channeling message for others all my life. So whatever you're guided to, just feel confident that you already have the skills. Again, with the writing element, I've been writing all my life. I'm a great writer. So, we add that stress and element, but everything is falling into place. Like, again, with physical activity, I'm at a good place with that. I'm changing my diet. I'm at a good place with that. Spiritual connection, I'm at a good place with my faith. So it's really getting into that full alignment. It doesn't mean you're not going to be like triggered or someone's going to say something that throws you off, but you're coming from a different place where you're not going to DEFCON 1, what is happening, what's going on. I always say, look at it from like a Mr. Miyagi viewpoint. You want to be in observer mode, like, where he's like Daniel's son, and the wax on, wax off had like a purpose to it, So you got to really take a step back, observer view of like, what is the purpose of like this situation with me and my twin flame? Or, why am I being guided to like this career path? Or why am I being being guided to leave this job. You know, be in observer mode versus like in it, because you're going to be triggered and have those emotional, you know, tunnel vision moments if you're not taking a step back and really trusting that there's a purpose for everything.
I do want to say though as well is I know it takes a lot of work, it takes a lot of determination, but I just want everyone to know you can reach a place of not being triggered anymore. You can.
Yeah.
I am there. It's possible.
Yeah.
You know, it's really possible. So I want everyone to know it does take work, but it is possible. The other thing is like what you said about it's not that you're going to have a 10 million a year business, my angels, like 10 million a month business or something. It's not like that. What it is trying. If you are trying, and I mean trying, not oh, I'm trying, but no, actually trying, like you're actually doing the pull-ups, you're trying. If you're trying, that is enough. If you are trying to get things together in your business, if you are trying to do an online course to learn something, whatever, if you are trying, that is enough. Because again, it's the twin looking from up there, looking at your life, deciding whether your life looks like somewhere where he can take a rest. And if he can't come there and take a rest, because he might come to us, they're saying like literally blood-stained and battle-worn. When they get to us, they may not be in a great state, guys. They may have gone bankrupt. They might have had to lose something. I mean, anything could have happened. You know, they may have had to cut off their best friend. They may have had to do, who knows? But don't expect him to come in all night in shining armor and everything's wonderful. He might not. He might come in literally battle worn. And when he comes in, what he really needs is a woman with an even temperament, that's kind and loving, that has food in the cupboards, doesn't need to be taken out for dinner, that can also get up and exercise with him, that if he's doing stuff, she can do the same. You know, if he's doing squats, she can do squats. He's doing weights, she can do weights. And someone who is able to have a business so that if he starts worrying about his business, she can say, don't worry, baby, I make blah, blah a month. We're okay. We're okay. And that's giving me goosebumps because that's what it's about. It's being able to take care of this man. But again, these are the men that are out there working their fingers to the bone. We're not talking about guys that are trying to get a leg up with, you know, some woman because she has more money. I'm not talking about that at all.
Right, yeah.
We're talking about real twins, guys. That's
the mature men, yeah.
Yeah, it's about real twins now. So I think...
And also, for the women, just also figure out what you measure or define as success for yourself. Like to Amelia's point, you don't have to be making $1 billion, $100,000, whatever it is. Success for me is doing something I love and believe in. When you're doing that, your energy's not drained. When you're doing that, you wake up and you're like, oh my God, like this is my life. Like I get to do this. I remember in the beginning of my journey, not that every moment of it was easy, but when I left my attorney career and doing the life coaching stuff, I would wake up, it's almost when I had like LASIK eye surgery, you know, wearing glasses and contacts for so long after the LASIK eye surgery, I would reach for glasses, but I was like, oh wait, I don't need it anymore. So you almost like don't believe that that can be your life, that you can have a life where you love what you do, work-wise, money-wise. So don't measure your success by where you are at right now, let's say financially, or I need to be here in order to be successful. Define success by doing, again, something that lights you up and is aligned with who you are at the heart level, if that makes sense.
And that's a key thing, because it sounds like we're talking about a lot of financial stuff, but here's the thing, this twin adores you. And here, they're giving me a funny example. They're showing me a girl, she's got brown long hair, and then she's got literally like a teepee. Okay, so she's not a American Indian, but she has like a teepee. I don't know, it's like some kind of like, it's maybe in some parents' land or whatever it is. But she's literally, there's a teepee and there's a fire pot and there's a copper kettle, and she's making paintings and selling them in a market. She gets up in the morning and does yoga and does sun salutations to the sun. When her twin looks at her, he sees that as an ideal place to rest.
Yes.
She may only have $15 a week.
Right.
The point
Absolutely.
is she's in that place of physical, emotional, professional, mental balance. And there is a place for him, even if it's in a teepee on a piece of land. Do you understand what I'm saying though? So it
Absolutely.
this is not to use, nobody else is your measuring stick. You know your twin. And like I always say, you know, really, I don't care if I'm in a shack, if I'm in the jungle somewhere or somewhere tropical, as long as I've got my twin and mango trees, I'm happy. I don't care about
Absolutely.
anything else. And so
Absolutely.
That's the point.
So
I have to figure out how to get to a point where there is the mango tree. So I'm working on that plan regardless. You know?
Well, as we, or the divine feminines, detach from that material, like I can only make money this way. Life is all about money. I'm going to do this because it makes money. When you're detaching from that, really tapping into, again, your authenticity, what you love doing, your passions, that's helping them heal too, because right now they're being triggered the F up by their career, finances, and foundation. They're having those tower moments with that because they're meant to right now. So again, you could balance that out by really clearing your emotional blocks, let's say, with respect to money, finances, and career. And to Amelia's point, like, I'm the same as you. Like, we could be camping for the rest of our lives. Like, there's no amount of money, people, family, friends that would prevent me from being with my twin flame. So you got to really get to that place too.
Yes, we're about
and detachment. Yeah.
Yeah. I just noticed because the thing is going down. Yeah, don't make decisions for money, but also don't resent money, because actually we need at least 10 billionaires in my circle so that we can build 30,000 schools and save all the orphans. So, you know, we need to make some money over here, guys, you know? So
it's totally okay to love money. That's what it's the healing, the relationship.
Yeah, as long as it's for the intention to help others. But yeah, the relationship,
absolutely.
Is it a safe place for him to rest? Does it look like an appealing place for him to rest? We're going to get cut off now, my darling, because we're at 6:55 my end. We love you all.
Thank you guys so much.
I'm going to have to jump on again because I have a piece of information to give. So I'll quickly sign out. Everyone join back in. I have one piece of information, but I have to be really quick. See you in a second.
Thank you guys. Okay, bye.
Jump in as well, please. Hey guys, I'll just wait for everyone to jump back in. Oh, and my dog's having a moment. So if everybody can just jump back in really quickly. Hopefully this won't take long. Jodie's here. Okay, so Jodie, do you want to start copying and pasting the meeting ID number? Let me just see. I'll pass back in for this. Okay.
Okay, I'm back.
Yes, perfect. Yeah, I'm so short on time, but I wanted to let everyone know. Can everyone see where it says Zoom meeting ID?
Yes.
644-184-144. So in 20 minutes at 7:15 Eastern, 20 minutes from now, I am going to be hosting a uplifted women's party. It's actually the typical evening for my inner circle, which is my most exclusive group. We do an inner circle meeting on Mondays at 7:15, but my angels have told me to expand it out into a party. And so my graduates will be there as well. And now I've also invited loads of spiritual teachers and leaders.
Awesome.
I've now invited lots of other women. And so we're having a full-on party, like music, dancing.
That's cute.
So everybody that wants to continue the party of what me and Pardis have started, in 15 minutes from now, I will be going live in Zoom, and we are having a party. So,
oh my God. Enjoy. I'm unfortunately not going to be able to make it. I got to head out. But I'm going to send all of you guys a lot of love, and I'll touch base with you if we're going to do this monthly or jump back in. But enjoy it, you guys, right now. Really uplift your energy. Stay in a positive place. Before I jumped on here, I was listening to Salt and Pepper and my raw bass song, like my playlist. Like, keep your energy high right now.
Absolutely, absolutely. So everybody, so literally pen and paper, Jodie, just post it 2 more times, Jodie, because I have to jump off. Otherwise, I will have no time before the party starts. But yeah, so Influence was by Namaste.
Awesome.
Love it. Yeah. So it's going to be wonderful. Everyone will get to literally, like, you know, see all my graduates as
Thank
well.
you.
They're all in there.
Thank you guys for all of you who stuck it out with us from February to now too. So appreciate that love and the support, and you guys jumping on every week as well.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Okay, Jodie, 2 more times. Just put it back to back so everyone can write it down or take a screenshot or whatever they're going to do. Can you just do that quickly, Jodie? Just 2 more times. Let's see.
And if they're unable to join, make sure to do a dance party in your own room tonight.
Yes.
As much as you can.
Yes, yes. So next week I'll probably be on with Earth Angel to Beam, but we haven't decided the time and date yet. This week we have a very, very exciting week. On Saturday, the 4th, is the day that's going to hereby be known as the day humanity came together. And there is going to be a meditation at noon that you can join, that's for 5D Ascension, that's free. There's going to be a free Galactic History Masterclass at 1:11 that you can all join, that's free, but you can make a donation. I am letting everyone know and encouraging them that they can do Jen McCarthy's it's £11.11, and that's at 3:20 p.m. on the Saturday. At 4:44 on Saturday, I will be having the biggest, hugest party ever, and everyone can come. And then at 10:10 p.m. we're meeting up on Empress Evolution. We are getting ready, and at 10:30 we're heading over to Avatar and Ananda's page for the massive 12D meditation to bring in everything wonderful that we want in the world. Okay?
Awesome. I'm going to head out, you guys. Thank you again so much. Have a good day. And you guys can follow me or find me on my Instagram for now until we'll see what happens in the future.
Absolutely.
Taking it day by day, day by day.
Yes, for sure. All right, my darling. Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye. So, has everybody got it? Has everybody got the code? Anybody not got the code? Anybody need the code? Last chance. I've only got 15 minutes till it starts. So is anyone needing the code? Is everybody set? I'll do a 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so I don't think anyone else needs it. I'm not getting any more. I see someone called Angry Potatoes joined. I have some potatoes over there that are really yummy. Okay, guys, so those that are coming to the Zoom, I will see you there. Love you. Bye.